Alright, so today I want to talk to you about, of course, my favorite app, Revolut, how I use it when I travel. As you can see today I'm coming from a different city. If you know which one, actually let me know in the comments. Would be interested to know if you've been here before. And actually I'm just having my bachelor party over here, so it's been really fun last few days over here, seeing my friends and catching up with them, and definitely using Revolut helped me a lot to stay organized and just keep things easy with money-wise, etc. So the first point for what I use it is of course the exchange rate, because honestly I'm yet to find an app that has a better exchange rate than Revolut. I have used Wise in the past as well, but honestly I find it a little bit up and down. Sometimes it is better, sometimes worse, but with Revolut I've always really had the best exchange rate, even when I compare it to my friends who used their usual bank account is significantly better, especially the larger the amounts get. So there you definitely start already saving quite a bit. Now I'm on the premium plan. If you're on the premium or the metal plan, you obviously have unlimited currency exchange, which is important because if you have a longer trip abroad and you have to exchange a lot of money, more than 1,000 euros, then you're going to start incurring fees on the free plan. So you have to figure it out yourself. Doesn't make sense to upgrade, or is the free plan enough for you? Now obviously one important thing to keep in mind is that on the weekend there is a small surcharge. So honestly what I do usually during the week, I just spend my euros and it converts it automatically at the market rate. So that's really simple, you don't have to do anything. But for the weekend, as I've done on this trip, actually I exchanged a bit of money into the local currency on my Revolut account. I just exchanged my euro to that respective currency and then spend it, and it takes it directly from that currency if it has. Otherwise, if there's no local currency, it will revert back to euro. But if it does, there will be a small surcharge on top of it. It depends on the currency, but it can be anywhere from 0.5% to 1%. So it's not too bad, still probably better than many bank accounts. But if you know you're spending a lot on the weekend, it makes sense to do that before, and so you definitely have lower cost base. And then what I do after the weekend, once I come back, I just exchange the currency, whatever I have left in the local account, back to my euros, and that way I saved the margin on top. Another reason I really love it for is obviously it integrates so natively with Apple Pay, Google Pay. I have it now even on my watch. I just have to double tap on my watch, have it over here, and then basically I go in the shop, tap it to pay, and boom, it's done. And that just makes it so super simple, seamless, and I just love it because sometimes when I used to have my card, you went to the bar in the evening, especially during the bachelor party, you know, you have a few drinks too many, then you have to put your card, put your code, and often, you know, I have seen some abuse happening with that. So when I do it with my Apple Pay, it's so much easier, there's no credit card fraud, and it's just so seamless, and paying with your watch, I just love it, it's so cool. Now obviously another great feature is that you can, in case you do need cash, have up to 200 euros free withdrawals every month on the free plan, up to 400 on the premium, and up to 800 on the metal. Now myself, the last time I went to the cash machine, I honestly don't remember, I think it's been a long time ago, but if you want to, then obviously it makes sense and is available for you if you need it. Another awesome feature it has is actually the split bill functionality. Once again, especially when I'm with my friends here, you know, somebody pays around and then, you know, starts adding up, and sometimes afterwards really cumbersome to know who paid what, etc. So there, whoever pays, you just click on split the bill, and then boom, you choose the people who you had dinner with, and it goes automatically to them if they of course also have Revolut. In this way, it's very simple to sort out who has to pay what. The click of a button, you know who owes you what. It just makes it so simple and easier than having to write it down on your notes, etc. They even have the functionality for group bills. So there you can basically set up a whole group, invite different people that you go on a trip with, let's say, and then anyone can spend using Revolut. It all goes together, and afterwards in the end you just click on total up, and then it just categorizes who owns how much to whom, and then boom, it's very simple. With one click of a button, you pay what you have to pay, and everybody gets the equal share, and just so much easier than, you know, once again having to sort things out with cash and afterwards who paid what, especially after a long night out. Sometimes it's really tricky, so that's a much better way to do things. Another feature I really like is about refund tracking, because often you make certain payments and then you technically have to get a refund, so it's really sometimes hard to know what amount is still pending, and I find it really difficult to stay on top of it. Using Revolut, actually it's very easy to go back and you're going to be notified of any refunds you'll be getting, especially when I do car rentals. Usually they take a deposit, and then sometimes you really have to wait quite a while to get the money back, so I make myself a reminder to follow up on that refund. And then what you can do is actually go into your Revolut app and then Google for that car company. It comes out immediately and you can see has it been refunded or not, and once it does, you're going to get notified. With all my other bank apps, actually I never got it. I would have to go physically in there and then see did I get it or not. There you're going to get a notification as soon as the refund comes, so that's really good to see, and once again gives you a peace of mind when I travel. I know I'm going to get my money back, versus with other banks I would really have to dig and look for it, so it just makes things so much easier. And lastly, the analytics, which I really think are second to none, because honestly after the end of the trip I just open my app and I see immediately how much I spent in total, which already helps and sometimes a bit depressing, but still good to know to see what you spend it on. And it does categorize it automatically, so I can see how much I spent on the hotel, how much on the restaurant, etc. Because before I was always guessing, I would have to manually tally up the total to see where I spent the most, and there basically even after the night out I can see with a click of a button, boom, which categories I spent the most on. It just makes things so much easier and takes out all the guesswork which previously I had and never knew how much to spend. At the end of the month when I do my overall budget, I just go in there, write down the totals, and boom, I'm done. So it takes out the whole time out of budgeting, etc. So I really love it, and honestly, that's a huge reason for me to keep using Revolut. I do want to go back to using other cards like Nexo, etc. But then again, analytics is such a big thing for me, and I don't like to do manual work. So that is a big feature for me why I use it, especially when I travel. So guys, just a quick video today. I wasn't actually sure I'm going to make a video this week since it's been quite an intense bachelor party weekend, but hope it wasn't too bad. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give a like, subscribe to the channel. It means the world to me. As always, stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.